Turn up, babe, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there raining.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first.
And, right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Got an open man. It's Ratley. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
On third down, Jackson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, a run with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, dude. Mike,
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Short. Mike 55. Mike 55. Yeah.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. To throw is Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
You got nothing.
Third and goal, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon, and even 60 yards. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They run it with Balaj. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on third and long. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Come on, fellas.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 17, Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Mike 55, Mike 55, let's go. Here we go.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson, flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Kill.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Jackson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got the connection to Cooper. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line. Come on,
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Watch the screen. Pass. 51.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. Here we go. Now the wolf. So we got man.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Hey, let's get in their holes.
They run with Breida. Space to run past the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Here we go. Switch.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
We got this.
At the 3-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson, step, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking downfield for Godwin, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
36. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and throw for it for Jackson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tyus Bowser make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Balaj. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash. This from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson. Check down to Breida. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a toss play, it's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down and 4, Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Check 55, Mike. Stop your whining. Hey, switch gears. Excellent. Check 55 to Mike. Check 53.
Play action. Now Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Second down and goal. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Play action. It's Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Jackson throwing on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and an alley to run. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let him roll. West.
37.
Hey, pick your game up.
And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Zoom. Check.
And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some room to work. A big play that time for the Ravens. 65 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Mike 55. Right there.
They'll try to run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. I see you.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Cooper fast with the feet. It's caught. Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Let's go now. 6, Henry. 6. Hey, let's get that to 6. Pull it. High.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
Back to you.
On 4th down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now Jackson, and this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino.